Come on, Masada. That's what we want. Assertive Rusauka. What? Why, Masada? Holy Jesus! Masada, thank you. No, Masada, why? Whoa! I cannot believe it. I'm so happy. Hello and welcome, Pocket Watch here, and it's about time for yet another episode of DSC, and who knows, maybe the last one, because we are going to dive into the last other story of the series, which is called, how was it? Nihil, difficile, amanti, and according to your comments, it means nothing is hard for love, so I wonder what it's going to be about, because usually these side stories, they were about backstory of the characters, right? But seems like it might be a future this time based on this image here. Like we just had Rhea and Ren meet again, so I'm very curious. I guess let's go. Let's just go. Okay. Other story 5. Hi, Beatrice. Also, yeah, speaking about Beatrice, yes, somehow I forgot the badass butler called Alfred. I forgot. Yeah, you got me there. Okay.
今まで返事が遅れてごめんなさい。手紙は届いていたのだけど、現実を直視するのが少し辛くて、ただがむしゃらに精一杯戦って、その日その日を乗り越える。なんて、ダメですね、私って。それは一般に死亡フラグというやつじゃないかと、後ろ向きなまま進んでいるんだと。
So this is after they split. Beatrice moved to Japan, probably, to Suwahara, right? And Rusauka is still in Berlin, maybe. And this is after war.
ビッテンブルグ少佐はもういない。あの人ならこんな時前を向けとおっしゃるでしょう。死者を抱きしめる者などヘドが出る。おそらくそんな感じのことを言って私を蹴り飛ばすに違いない。だから立って顔を上げて前に歩こうと思います。少佐の鉄拳はまた受けてみたいとも思いますがあれ痛いですからね。女じゃないんですよ、あの人のパンチ。一応まあ私もそこそこ美人さんじゃあないかと思っているので、パンダみたいな顔になるのはご勘弁くださいと。戦乙女は綺麗じゃないと無屈けき野郎どもの士気だだ下がりですからね。
I like Beatrice.
ほんとどいつもこいつも気合の入ったバカばっかりで、女性の9割くらいが聞いた瞬間に絶句しそうなことしか言わない超絶お下品軍団ですが、なので私はその道を照らす光になりたいと。
Yep, that's her craving. Right there. That's such a cool craving, I love it.
あの笑顔が曇らないように。ちょっと偉そうですけどね。それが私の本音だから。アンナさん、あなたにもビッテンブルグ少佐を失って道を見失いかけていた私をずっと。
Yeah, I guess. We never saw this, but she would be pretty devastated, I guess. Yep, makes sense.
だからこの手紙が届いた時に間に合えばいいんですが、聞いてください。彼がそっちに帰ってきますよ。
Okay. Okay, oh, we have like... Oh, this is Rusauka reading Beatrice's letters. He is coming back, like... She means Ren, so Lotus? To Rusauka?
ほら、あそこの舞台に有名人いるじゃないですか。その人がまた人間離れした戦果を上げたものだから、相当閣下に勲章を授与されるって話聞いてません？
Wait, so... Okay, so they're still young, so she's... Okay, Beatrice is not in Japan yet. They just like live in different cities. She's like in outskirts or something, and Anna Rusauka is living in the city actually. He is coming back. When Lotus died, I forgot. There was the date in the previous like episode, like in the ending. Also, yeah, I'm still not sure about 2-hour episodes, but seems like you enjoyed this, so I'm glad that it ends. Yeah, I made a vote pool for 2-hour episodes, so I will believe you that you actually want to watch 2-hour episodes from time to time. Glad to like that. How famous he is. He's squad leader. Receive a medal personally from Führer.
彼それに随伴して一時ベルリンに戻るはずです。確かな筋というか、実際に本人から
Is it about Lotus?
間違いありません。
I will assume it's about Lotus because Anna was like, oh! So I will assume it's about Lotus. So Lotus did not die yet. I don't know what year it is then. I forgot the dates.
でもほら、彼ってあれだから、どうせ何にもあなたに教えてないんでしょ。正直同じ女としてアンナさんの立場に立つとムカつくこと山のごとし。
Yeah, that's about Lotus.
式典が終わった後でも少しくらいなら時間は取れるはずだから。
So Lotus became actually pretty like he's like a squadron leader and everything. He got high up in the ranks and he got like actually medal. Huh.
ここでああやってこうやってむふふことの顛末ちゃんと教えてくださいね。彼がそちらに到着するのは6月25日だと聞いています。
Nice.
そこでベルリンの赤い雨という2つ名の意味思い知らせてあげましょう。いやまあ実際うまくいっても女的には血を見るわけだし。
Oh my god. You know what she's suggesting? I know what she's suggesting. Unless it's just my brain just like... Okay. Yeah, that's definitely what I think about.
あんた何軍隊予備品空間に毒されてんのよ。アンナさんって少女
Yeah, okay. Makes sense, yep.
やかましい。私は
Wow.
どうでしょう。知るか見えはなバカ。そんなわけで頑張って。もしかしてもう走り出しちゃったりしてますか。急いだ方がいいですよ。っていうか彼と九段の英雄さん絶対やばいです。引き離しましょう。
He and that violent hero of ours. Who's the hero of them? Which relationship you should get in between them before it's too late? Another girl. I guess Lisa is still alive? Who else?
あれはこうなんちゅうんですかね。男同士の絆ってのは。
Oh, okay, never mind.
私
Machina. Beatrice is just like making shit up.
ごちそうさまって感じで
Makes sense, okay.
変な趣味に目覚めそうです。
Wow.
二人と手を打たないと二人の間に入り込む余地なし。夜のティーが
Oh my god. Oh, Beatrice is so good.
あれもしかして聞いてないです。
Yep, probably.
まあともかくそんなわけで武運を祈りますよ。戦友今は遠く離れているけど同じ空の下から勝利を祈ってベアトリス・バルトルート・フォン・キル
Are we actually going to have Rusauka and Lotus being together?
こうしちゃいられ
So it is actually a backstory.
もうあのバカちゃん
I rushed out into the streets at full speed. Why was I in such a hurry? Why was I so close to panic? Well, it all came down to that day. Okay. Okay.
前線に移動することにしたよ、アンナ。
Yeah. So it's a chance that you will never come back, basically. Did she told you here that she loves you actually? Before you go or something? It all happened on the July of 1942. A bolt from the blue shortly after the assassination of the SS General Reinhard Heydrich. He, who was merely a curator of old relicts, would personally step onto the battlefield. That's not good. And that was when the reality of the war finally began to sink in, even though up till this point, I'd only viewed it as something far and distant.
ちょっと面白いやつと知り合いになってさ。そいつ今は怪我してこっちに帰ってきてるんだけど、一緒に士官学校入ろうって話になって。
So he's talking about Mikhail. I refused to hear a word of what he was saying. It made no sense to me. I think he began bragging about his new friend after that, but I had already zoned out. And so, I was ultimately unable to say anything. Ah, fuck. God damn it. All I could do was watch him depart for the Eastern Front after graduating from the academy. I didn't know what to do. If that turned out to be the last time I saw him. I was too afraid to even imagine, and that made me feel like if there was a time to act, it would be then. But at the same time, I couldn't bear the pain, and I got left behind, sitting on the cold and lonely ground. I hope this backstory will give Rusauka some love. Come on, Masada. Please, I beg you. Something.
Yo, Anna. 久しぶり。
But fate was gracious enough to grant us another meeting. Oh, so he's like, oh, this happened actually multiple times already. God damn it. Anna, time to, like, actually have some serious talk. I mean, he is going to die at some point in the tank, right? So, we know that. I hope, like, Rusauka actually, like, told him something before that happened. Fate was gracious enough to grant us another meeting. That friend he mentioned before was a genuinely incredible soldier and would soon be receiving a medal from the Führer for destroying countless enemy tanks with his bare hands. I was glad to have been able to meet him again, but...
ずいぶん友達に差をつけられちゃったのね。もうタメ口なんか聞けないんじゃない？
うるせえな、ほっとけよ。
I found myself so happy and relieved I forgot to say the words I had prepared, yep. And once again failed to take the hold of his hand.
でもまあ実際、ミハイルはすげえよ。あいつと一緒に戦う限り、負ける気は全然しないな。
He flashed a fearless smile, but I saw through it. There was no relief for heroes. The ever worsening war situation wouldn't allow them even a momentary respite. If anything, being with that man put him in more danger. Average people attempting to fly alongside heroes would only have their wings burned off. I didn't want to see that happen. Okay. Maybe it's actually finally a day. Is it a day? Is it a time? Come on.
なんだ、どうしたミハイル？
Okay. Yep. Okay. Come on. Come on, Rusoka, do it. Do it.
ちょっとロータスこっち来て。
うわっ、ちょっと。
Nice, nice.
いいから。
Instantly grab him. That's what we want. Assertive Rusoka. Come on. Attack your prey. And now I had finally got him. Truth be told, I hadn't thought anything about what I'd do once I had him. But one thing I knew was that I couldn't let him go just like that, and it finally gave me enough courage to... That's right, courage. I liked the word itself, but I wasn't particularly fond of the expression of mastering it. It was almost like the excuse made for being unable to tap into something you've always had, trying to reject your past self. It sounds like the useless whimpering of someone trying to cheer themselves up after a failure. I'd hear of people attempting to bring out their true potential via hypnosis, but I personally hated that line of thinking. If anyone had a problem with that, they were free to prove me wrong. Nice, let's go argue with Rusauka. Well, it's not like I was looking for a debate. After all, liking one's depended solely on one's own perspective, and in this critical situation in my life, I wanted to be confident in my philosophy. I mean, I had no one but myself to trust in this upcoming battle. So, Oh! I said we want assertive Rusauka, but holy damn, that's assertive. That's assertive, alright. This is the only side story with, like, I don't know, with original game. Like, was this a side story in original game? Probably not, right? Because this is after the railroad. So is it going to be the actually scene? Also, Rusauka is cute as hell. His face. Like, hold on a second. What the hey? What the hell? What again in the prison cell? There it is again. A prisoner. I clung to what little courage I had in my heart, fighting my very own war. My biggest foe was my own cowardice self, who used to be so slow she couldn't keep up with anyone, and instead chose to stay behind the wall of false safety. I was an enemy of unparalleled. It was an enemy of unparalleled power, a victory that would be harder fought than the one of the Viller's Bocage. That's probably some kind of like historical battle that I have no idea about. I don't want to lose. Beside this very man was one of the few that came back from the battle alive. I finally cut his hand. I wouldn't let go. I wouldn't be letting go so easily now. Oh my god. Oh my god, she wants to fuck him so much. Oh my god. Oh wow. Yeah, very generous of you, Rusauka. Whoa. Yeah, that was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I punched his chest, trying to divert my attention from the beating of my heart and the sudden urge to flee. It was the first time I've touched him like that, but his chest appeared to be much harder than I thought. I was about to lose my mind. Lotus Reichhardt, an average soldier with no fame or fortune to his name. I doubt he would ever land much of a career, being the sucker he was. I could totally see him ending up at the bottom of the food chain. Honestly, it made him me question his status as the man, but for some reason, I simply couldn't get him out of my mind. I mean, he is pretty handsome, right? Oh my god. Oh my god, Beatrice letter. Just... Oh god. Okay.
Nihil はそんなやつじゃねえよ。
うるさいな。私はあいつのことが嫌いなの。
I remember the sequence of events that led us here. I realized I was pretty much making an absolute scene, but the thought that this might be our final encounter was driving me crazy, and so I reached out towards him. That's a death flag, right? So, like, Lotus is going to die, like, in the upcoming battle, probably. So that was a date. Like, 42, right? I forgot the date, but I assume it's going to be 42 or 43. I don't want to let the tiny bit of courage I had attained go to waste. I had to do my best to make this dream of mine reality, or at least for this fleeting moment.
柏場建築機施鉄十字賞？それがなんぼのもんなのよ。戦争負けそうだから景気よく都合のいいプロパガンダに利用されてるだけじゃない。
He was so full of himself without paying any attention to how I felt.
口を開けばミハイル、ミハイル。何それ、超腹立つよ。
連れの自慢しちゃいけないのかよ。
私はあんたのことを話してる。
I'm pretty much shurikening at him at this point, but at least it was better than crying. His relatively lax responses were probably a trick to soothe my spirits, but I wasn't about to fall for that. I thought I experienced how the war could claim lives in the blink of an eye. Yeah, okay.
あんな強い人だってそうなっちゃうのに、あんたみたいな弱そうなのがカッコつけてもカッコ悪いよ。だからせめて今くらい。
なんだよ。
私に甘えてもいいんだからね。
Okay. I practiced this line 100 times, but I still ended up stammering. My voice trembled. My page was all over the place. I felt horrible, wishing for the air to just swallow me whole. I rehearsed it to sound like the mature, self-confident woman. Okay. I hit his chest again. Now I really was acting like a child. It was this painfully undeveloped body to blame. I hadn't grown at all. She's short as hell. Yep. But also, I guess like yeah, this is another Rusauka. I guess like we probably like had in this timeline in like Mario World we had the big Rusauka that we had only a few times. She's hot. Living actually like hundreds years before she died, and now we have like this Rusauka as being like the, you know, another inline reincarnation, stuff like this, just like Lotus and Ren in the future. So it's pretty similar principle. I couldn't even seduce this bumbling half-wit. But there was no way for me to back down now. God damn it. You should have lived like 100 years before then. Wow. 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 It's just like batteries. Oh my god, Rusoka is going to be so annoyed. So I drank too much of like hot coffee and upper of my mouth is kinda burning. Ah, I might have to like No way, no way. I couldn't imagine a worse sense of events. Seriously? Did God hate me? Oh my god. Or what? Did he assault some no-name village girl on the front lines? As in, har, here's my booty for the day? Running wild imaginations. Other women in the army? I had stories about some people doing that for luck or some other nonsensical reason whenever they got together in groups. Oh my god. The traitorous bastard caught my arms just as I decided to choke him to death. And all it took was for our eyes meet to render me completely docile, as humiliating as it was. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh shit! What? Damn! The front lines. Holy fuck. Did you really need to ask?
酒場のアンナちゃんで大人気だし、出兵前に思い出として一回お願いとか結構言われたことあるし。
So you're counting the people that begged you? Okay, so that's not technically a lie what she's saying here. Probably, right? He asked for something else, but yeah.
何よその目は。信じてないの？本当なんだよ。私とベアトリス、ベルリンの赤い雨って言われてるんだから。
I don't know why though. I mean, probably not, but Beatrice did say this in the letter, so she probably just implemented into the talk.
あいつは全然男っ気ないじゃねえか。
私はありありなの、モテモテなの、引っ張りだこでウハウハなの。
だったら別にわざわざ俺なんぞの相手をせんでも。
だからあんたは
From time to time, I couldn't help but think he was acting like this on purpose. Probably, to be honest. Even since we would meet. But he would never pay so much attention, to the point where I began to suspect he might genuinely dislike me.
迷惑なの？
Which also led me to act embarrassingly clingy around him at times.
そういうわけじゃないけど、こんなの逆に不吉だろう。
じゃあこの戦争終わったらうんうんってやつにしたいっていうの？
That's a death flag.
がすごいビシバシとやばい匂いするじゃない。
いや、確かにそりゃそうだが。
だいたいあんた言ってたじゃない。今を生きよう。
Good point. He said so on Christmas Eve. I could remember it like it happened yesterday. War could claim your life at any time without warning. And that was why we had to appreciate our every moment alive. He made that toast himself. It was precisely because he taught me to treasure the present. That I was now struggling not to let go of my ephemeral moment.
そのあんたがケツまくってどうすんのよ。勝負移動点だから受けなさいよ。
We actually having some awesome moment Rusauka with Ren. It actually happened. It's actually happening. Somehow.
そうは言うけど、男はメンタリティな生き物でだな。
まさかお前じゃ立たねえとか言うつもりじゃないでしょうね。
I couldn't help screaming as I imagined the words that might have been lying in the store for me. If that's truly turned out to be the case, I'd really have a mental breakdown right here and now. With that said, I couldn't actually feel much hardness below me. Aww. Poor Rusauka.
任せなさいよ。へっちゃらだもん。私経験豊富だからあんたみたいなしょぼい男
Oh my god.
いくらでもフルマックスにさせられるし。おだから笑うな。
Oh god.
お前、泣くなよ。
泣いてないもん。
Damn it, Lotus. I vigorously shook my head in denial, sending tears flying all directions. As my hair slapped his stupid face a couple times, the whole scene made me feel even more pathetic, and I started seriously considering giving up. Yeah, like, there's like very high possibility that he doesn't love you back, so nothing will like go with this. You have like big feelings for him, but he does not, and you cannot just force it. So that might be sadly just one side thing for Rusauka. So again, good things are taken from Rusauka. God damn it! Why, Masada? Stop! In the end, I reached my limit. I didn't possess the punch strong enough to knock him out in a single hit. I had no idea what to do anymore. But when I was about to admit defeat, I heard a barely audible whisper. Wow. Actually saying it. A whisper nearly drowned out by the creaks of the bed. Yeah, he heard that. Who said that? Me?
え？いや、なんだそれ。
Wait a second.
違うなんでもないから
Okay.
も欲しいって
記憶を失
Okay, this is awesome, but also fucking sad. God damn it. Like, you both like fucking this up.
お前溝落ち殴るな
Alright, I should have hit him in the head instead.
こら待てそうじゃねえだろ
He got my arm as I reached out for the nearby flower pot.
落ち着けいや落ち着こう深呼吸しようぜ
Oh my god. Rusauka is fierce as ever.
よしで
やっぱり死
なんでさっきより物騒になってんだてめえ
Ah. For how long did we struggle? I completely lost track of the time. In any case, I looked down on the bastard who in the end refused to let me land a single satisfying hit. Both my embarrassment and my anger hit critical mass earlier, and at this point I found myself in an odd, almost transcendental state.
この戦争あんた勝てるとでも思ってんの
I uttered an honest question, a representation of my general feelings, ones that not even I had been conscious of up till now. I wanted his child. I wished to connect our present with the future. I mean, didn't we make the toast, vowing to always look forward?
あんたが頑張ってるのもミハイルがすごいのも分かってるよだけどロートスきっとダメだよ負けちゃうよ
I'm not smart. Even an average town girl like me could tell how badly the war was going. It probably wouldn't take until the year for Berlin itself to fall. Actually, it's 42, so like 3 more years, but yeah. Everyone in town was gossiping about it, and even the soldiers were on the verge of exhaustion. We couldn't take much more. I couldn't just tell him it would be okay, just to let him play the hero. I wasn't that magnanimous. I didn't possess a chest large enough to appease his bravado.
だからお願い前を見させてこの今が大事だからあんたを先まで続けさせてあげたいの
それはリザの
彼女の受け売り
As one of the highest ranking officials of the Lebensborn, she was not really someone we should address without a title. But despite her position, she still treated us like all like equals, like old friends. Not unlike a family, a country couldn't exist without women and children. Country. Sorry. We would give birth, protect, and rear new life, so that the future of our country would remain bright. And now I empathize with her philosophy from the bottom of my heart.
あんたが死ぬだなんて思いたくないし思ってないだけどロートスだからこそじゃない男が体を張って戦うなら女も体を張る場所があるでしょそれ私にちょうだいよ一人だけ置いてけぼりなんて嫌だ
Lisa, Lenore, Beatrice, the priest, Nihil, and him. They all found and fought on their own battlefields. I like how she called everyone by their name, but Trifa's the only one left out. I alone had nothing, and that vague sense of inferiority was one of the reasons I could never find confidence in myself. That was exactly why I could never find the courage to catch him, regardless of how much I wanted to. Wait a second! Wasn't like, I mean, in like main DS era game, like in I think Kasumi Road, in like very early, like they were like talking about like who were your parents and stuff, right? Like before, like they were like thinking that was like your parents German or something, like somewhere down in the line or something, you know. Is like Rusauka actually like mother for Ren or something? Is it actually like age possible? Wait, she's like 80 in the 2000. I forgot the year. I can God damn it. In the future, Ren is like hard to tell. 20, 18, 16. I don't know. She's like 20 something here. Beatrice was like 22, I believe. Again, math and like dates I don't remember correctly, but no, it doesn't make sense. Ren can't be her child because he would be like 40 at the time. Yeah, it cannot happen. Never mind then. Well, Jed.
だから勇気が欲しい。
I wanted light. I wanted this fleeting moment to take me.
ちょうだいよ。ロータスの子供
Aww.
欲しいよ。
Actually telling him like do the face now without whispering it.
俺は
だいたい私くらいしかいないわよ。あんたで妥協するような物好きは。
てめ
We both made troubled smiles. I felt this was good enough. That was as far as the tiny amount of courage I held in my chest would take me. I'd attain more with each day I'd spent nourishing his gift. Courage was not something to master, but to give birth to and nurture present to others.
じゃあ俺からも2つ条件がある。
Okay, interesting.
何？
一つ、子供は、いや、
So it is going to be...
とにかく日本に住まわせてくれ。
So Ren is a descendant from Rusauka. I didn't thought about this that Rusauka child can have another child. God fucking damn it. So Ren is grandchild of Lotus. Holy Jesus. Of Lotus and Rusauka. So Grandma Anna basically is visiting Japan to see her grandchild. Holy shit, this is awesome. Rusauka have a happy ending. God damn it. Yes. Masada, thank you. Ah. But god damn it, Lotus going to die, but still. She carried him into the future. Connected his present to the future. As she said, oh god damn it, this is so fucking awesome and sad at the same time. He gave me a childish wink. It sounded like one of the usual jokes, but...
俺が行ければいいんだが、ダメだった時はそうしてほしい。すぐには厳しいだろうけど、リザやベアトリスに頼めばなんとかなるだろう。コネ使いまくれ。
Okay. Or at least, yeah. I wonder if like his child actually lived in Japan as well. Because it will be after war, so maybe Lotus and Rusauka child could live in Japan. I wonder when where Lotus Ren been born. Was he was born in Japan, I think, right? So Lotus child as well been in Japan. Are we going to see Lotus child actually, or it's going to be just like forever named Lotus child? And Rusauka's. I don't know why, but I felt like I had to fulfill his wish, no matter what.
ずっとあのクリスマスからずっと俺は日本に行きたくてしょうがなかった。なあ、頼むよアンナ。ダメか。
わかったわ。
His reasons were a complete mystery to me, and I had no idea when I could possibly do it, but I vowed to fulfill that wish. I felt that if he wanted to go to Japan that much, I'd end up meeting him there again, regardless of what happened in the future.
それでもう一つは？
ああ。っていうか実は
Okay.
一番問題なんだが、
What is it going to be? He considered me with a stern expression and...
立たねえんだけど、俺。
Oh. He's not aroused by Rusalka, god damn it. Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, Anna. Yeah.
いや、困った。どうしよう。
Oh my fucking god.
あれ、すごいエロくて、目閉じて聞けばガチ萌えすると思うんだけど。
Why? Oh my god, I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe it. Imitate her voice. I will just close my eyes. Oh, for fuck's sake. No, Masada, why? I just thanked you. What the fuck? Stop messing with me. Poor Rusauka, god damn it. Lotus, what the fuck?
な。
There was a Panzerfaust. Was there a Panzerfaust in this room?
ぶっ殺すぞこのふにゃちんが
And so, this was a highly embarrassed initial experience that shattered Anna Schwagerin maidenly hopes and dreams to a myriad pieces. However, it was also a moment she finally wrapped her fingers around the star she had sought for so long, and Nihil remained embedded in her heart, in the heart of the tender little Anna for the rest of her life. Wait, so they actually didn't had... So nothing actually happens? God damn it, stop doing this to me. What the fuck? So nothing actually happened? Oh. Side story with a choice? What? Okay. What these choices are even? Wait. Remain embedded. So I assume that we are still in the... This is Rusauka perspective, right? Anna's perspective. May the star that crawled upon the ground find happiness. So Ren is her... Lotus is her star. So she wishes for Lotus to find happiness, basically in this one. May old promises be fulfilled. Is this related to... I'm not sure what it means. Where it can lead. I'm not sure what to choose, to be honest. May old promises be fulfilled. What old promises? Is it about Ren and Rhea promise? Like from the past, you know, from the other like universe, basically? Other world? To meet again? But how would Rusauka know to choose this? Or is it some kind of her old promise? I'm not sure. I think like Rusauka would like to have Ren happy. So I think like that would be a good choice. May the star that crawled up on the ground find happiness. Oh, or maybe this is... Oh, maybe this is like Mercurius' point of view, you know? I mean, Mercurius is no longer, but... Like... Rusauka been like on the ground and always on the ground and trying to get everyone down. So the star that crowd on the ground find happiness. So Rusauka is the star in this situation. Odd promises, I'm not sure what this means then. Anyway, this is going to be like happiness for either Lotus / Ren wished by Rusauka or Rusauka's happiness. So I think like this is good. I don't know, I don't remember what kind of promise. So I don't want to bet on this. Old promises. If this is perspective of like the goddess, so like Mari, I said Mercurius because it felt like Mercurius, okay? But basically, yeah, Mari knows that how Rusauka been like before. Odd promises to be fulfilled. So some kind of promise that Mari did for them to meet again. I will go with this. I'm too not sure what that means to choose it. So first we're going with may the star that crawled up on the ground find happiness.
で、私は言ったわけですよ。
Okay.
もう想像力を最大限に膨らませつつ、きっとこんな感じでおっしゃったんだろうなとか。
Back to the old batteries. So this is again future.
女は所詮駄菓子に過ぎる。欲しい時にいくらでも手に入るものに。
Yeah, I forgot. Kai is the new person to be with batteries all the time.
やばくないですか？
I could hear a limited voice somewhat near as my consciousness gradually rose from slumber.
そうするとですね、リザさんの頬がちょっと赤くなったんですよ。間違いありません。私の目はごまかせません。当時、まあ今もですが、乙女はそういうのに敏感ですからね。伊達にせっかくのクリスマスを上官の横暴で犠牲にされ、愛に飢えていたわけじゃないんですよ。
それはまあ。その頃のキルヒアイゼンさんはまだ10代だったんですよね。確かに時代のせいとはいえもったいないというか。
そうなのですよ。
I can't believe this old granny was yapping on about her embarrassing stories for the million years ago. A guy decades younger. Had she no shame? Is this Ren perspective, or maybe this is time when Anna is actually in Japan already and it's her perspective?
でも今のは原点1ですよ。私のことはこう呼んでくれと言ったでしょ。ベアトリス。
Wow, poor Kai.
ほら、もう一度。
ベアトリス。
Perfect. You can be New Kinzo.
はい、何でしょう
Oh
か。
my god.
カイさん。
What the hell?
僕はちょっと妹の様子を見てくるんで。
あら、ダメですよ。彼女は今、かすみちゃんやエリちゃんや京子さんと一緒にレアちゃんの一生合わせをしてるんですから。
Her dress?
勝手に入っ
What?
たら痴漢扱いされちゃいますよ。それともまさか覗きに行くつもりですか？許しませんよ、浮気だけは。
Wait, we are in the church. Wait, is Ra getting married? Wait.
浮気って。
そんな、なんて釣れない方なんでしょう。初めて会った時におっしゃったじゃないですか。これから僕がずっとサポートさせていただきますって。あれはプロポーズじゃなかったのかしら？
いや、それは業務としてというか。
まあ、どうしましょう。カイさんが私を捨てるつも
Poor
り。
Beatrice, goddammit. And poor Kai. Both of them.
僕は決してキルヒアイゼンさんを。
ベアトリス。
Are we going to witness a wedding?
ベアトリスを。
悪い飼い主さん。俺
They're all in the church and they were talking about like all of them like helping measure dress.
待ってくれよ、シロウ君。
So we're from perspective of Rusauka actually.
これで
So did she actually had a kid with Lotus then? Did that actually happen? I would like to think that happened. So I hope it did.
さあ、いよいよ年貢の納め時というやつですよ。ここまで来たらいっそのこと、私たちも便乗して、ここに永遠の愛。
Wait a second.
色ぼけてんじゃねえこの妖怪ババア。
Okay. The sound of the door being kicked open finally jolted my consciousness awake, and then I found myself momentarily blinded by the light that suddenly intruded the chapel. It would probably take a while until my eyes would get used to it. Just another gift of old age. In any case, it seems like the justity of that amiable man was saved by this new intruder.
シローから聞いてきてみりゃ、また懲りもせずにこのセクハラだわ。カイさんもどうせ
Again,
かかってるだけなんだから
worth mention.
相手しなくていいんだって。
あ、うん。いや、ごめん。
ちょっと、あなたは相変わらず目上に対する口の利き方がなっていませんね。私はともかく、カイさんにはもっと敬意を。
If this is going to be actually wedding, what is the other choice? What promise is that going to be?
そういうことはあんたが慎みを覚えてから言ってくれよ、頼むから。
本当にああ言えばこういう子です。今日からようやく形だけでも一人前になるというのに、そんなことではレアちゃんを幸せになんてできませんよ。
そりゃすみませんね。こういうところはがっつり誰かさんに似ちゃったもんで残念ながら。
The laugh sounded almost like intimidating growls. Yeah, that's precisely what made the two seems to alike. I suppose it was true that what they said were actually raised you or your real parents. Honestly, this seems like a very good time to wake up. Perhaps I should continue my sleeping act until things calm down. Whoever actually raised you were your real parents. So he is her grandchild actually. It seems like. It's just like, probably she had a child with Lotus. Then Lotus had Ren. I mean, a child of Lotus and Rusauka had Ren. And then they died. And someone else raised Ren. Huh. Just as I was about to close my eyes.
アンナさんが目を覚ましたみたいですよ。
The thing is, if that's actually the case, is Ren aware of this? Like, does he know that Anna is like his like grandmother basically?
Huh?
Please be the case. Like, I mean, even if you don't know, just like, please be her actual grandchild. I swear.
あら、
Seriously, I couldn't fake being asleep with everyone attention on me. I gave up and began to rub the sleepiness out of my eyes.
カイ君、あなたはいい子だけれど、たまに空気読まないわよね。
え？あ、そうですか。すみません。
いいわよ、冗談。実はちょっと前から目が覚めてたし、誰かさんのバカ話でね、
あらひどい。私のせいですか、アンナさん。
だってあなたのせいなんだもの。
Of the fact that I'd seen an old memory in that dream, and that waking up simply offered a continuation of it. It was all thanks to having a friend like her. I now lived in the future that he gave us. Yes! please don't change the premise anymore.
じゃあもう一度確認しときたいんですけど。
Unless I'm like fucking totally wrong. I now lived in the future that he gave us. Please, like, be actual the lineage. The exact same voice and features. It had already been 4 years since I first met the boy, but the resemblance would still shock me. It really was a splitting image of him. The likeliness of the two seems to transcend things like blood relations, almost as if they were really the same person. Transcend things like...
レアの希望でバージンロードはひいおばあさんの友達だった2人のどちらかに頼みたいって話です。本当ならそれで型がつくことなんですけど。
Wait. Hold on a second. Do I understand it right? Oh, wait a sec. 1 second. Sorry I'm so focused on this. Likeness of the two seems to transcend things like blood relations. So, does she mean that they are blood related, but he's so similar that actually it feels like he actually is like basically the same person? Or does she mean that they are not blood related and he just happened to be that looking the same? I really hope she means that he just like above average blood relations. One of you, her grandmother's friends. Yeah, makes sense. Her grandmother's friends. Lisa's been grandmother, they were friends. Yep, makes sense.
君も一緒に歩くんだよね。
まあ、なんでか知らないけどそういうことです。カイさんからも言ってくださいよ。野郎のバージンロードとか果てしなく間違ってますよ。
男が今さらごちゃごちゃ言うんじゃありません。
We're going to walk it too. What?
ちょっと、誰のせいでこんな面倒をアンナさんに頼むことになったと思ってんだよ。あんたが一緒に歩くならレアちゃんとがいいわとかわがまま言うから。
Miss Anna, so you are not aware?
だって私まだ結婚は諦めていませんのよ。だから間近で今後のためにもじっくり観察。
これだよ。マジ気ぃつけてカイさん。
ああ。
Yeah, you definitely should.
本当すみませんアンナさん。
いいえ、私も楽しみよ。
Why you? I don't like how he addressed her, Miss Anna. It doesn't feel good. But I guess like from Anna's perspective, it is happiness for her, kinda like she's old already, and she have like actually seeing someone that is like very similar to Lotus, so it's like actually seeing a Lotus obtaining happiness from her perspective. So that's something that she wished for his happiness. So it gives her like peace of mind and soul. I still wish they are blood related, please. Maybe the other choice is going to be that? Indeed, under normal circumstances, the parents that raised him should be the one to be next to him, even for the sake of the old promise. I no longer had that right. Yeah, they died, apparently. So naturally, nothing good would come from him learning my identity at this point. Confirmation! Ah! So, Ren's parents just died early, and they never had the opportunity to tell Ren about his grandmother. Okay. I'm fine with that. Ah. I'm actually fine. Okay. Bittersweet once again, but fine. So naturally nothing good would come from him learning my identity at this point. Only Beatrice knew the truth. There were enough words in the dictionary to express the sheer level of gratitude I felt towards her.
ありがとうベアトリス。
いえいえ、どういたしまして。
Despite her looks, she possessed a shrewd mind. No doubt she would already figured out the other reason why I kept my identity hidden from him. Other reason? Whoa!
私幸せよ。
I'm happy so his dream come true.
これが
He does look like Lotus. Holy shit, he's handsome. I could see Lotus in him. And not just in terms of physical appearance. I was still alive. I spent my life facing forward, surrounded by light. All in order to meet him one more time. I didn't want him to look at me as his great-grandmother. Oh, it's like great-grandmother, it's 2 generations! Whoa! That makes more sense, even more sense that he doesn't know her. If they kept it hidden. So it's not like... Ren is not from child of Rusauka and the Lotus. He's like actually 2nd generation already. I guess that makes sense age-wise, right? Yeah. Because the child of these would be grandmother, great-grandmother. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. I wanted to think of myself as just another girl who chased after that elusive ephemeral moment of bliss. And also, yeah, Lisa is great-grandmother, so it makes sense that Rusauka is great-grandmother as well of Ren. Yeah, they are the same age. And I had finally managed to catch up to it. That alone was my one and only wish, my true craving. I felt bad for Rhea, but I hoped she wouldn't be angry with a harmless old crone indulging in a daydream. For this brief moment, my heart would once again be that of the young maiden.
行きましょうか、アンナさん。
And she's like, actually, oh my god, and I just realized, and she have the ability to walk with Lotus to the altar. That's why she's like, I'm sorry, Rhea. It's my dream. Whoa! Holy shit! I just realized that as well. So many layers! I took his hand, and with the courage everyone helped me nurture over the years.
愛してるわロートス。
Oh my god! Ren is going to be like, what the fuck? What do you mean? How is she 80? I guess like this is just like her mental image of herself. Some happy ending. I cannot believe it. It's supposed to be like wedding with Rhea. No, I'm more happy about this. I finally managed to voice the feelings I'd kept locked up in my chest. Those past 70 years, I offered each word of my to his soul. Holy Jesus! I'm so happy! Oh wow! I'm so happy! How is this 80? Like, it must be like some kind of like her mental image of herself there. But damn! Rusauka in wedding dress looks beautiful. The red hair with the white dress, and like, ah. I guess this is it for this episode. Not yet for the DLC rep, because next episode is going to be the other choice. Unless it's going to be like maybe 5 minutes, so I will just cut after my talk here and just include this into this episode, if that's like 5 minutes or something. But yeah. Such a... Apparently Mari is singing all the songs in the DLC, right? Is this also Mari? Or is this Rusauka? It would make sense if that would be Rusalka voice actor, right? No, that's Mari. That's Mari, I think. Right? Spinne! I always see Spinne. Ah. I just cannot believe it happened. Oh my god. Yes. Even this, like in that fake memory, she's been with Ren like that. Oh my god. I just want to just shut up, listen to the soundtrack, you know. It's probably going to be copyrighted. Oh. I'm so damn happy. Like, this ending just genuinely made me happy as hell for Rusalka. Oh my god. She finally got a happy ending. A bittersweet ending. But at the same time, happy. Holy Jesus. Well, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Yes, Irae. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this ending of this extra story. I will see you in the next one for the other choice that we had there. Or I will just cut here and you will see this like after me talking now. So yeah, thank you everyone for being with me. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this ending. Is it bittersweet? Is it happy? Is it sad? What do you think? Are you like me? Like I'm so happy. Well, time to see the other ending. Thank you everyone for being with me. Thank you. Maybe not ending, the choice. So yeah, thank you everyone for being with me. I will see you next one. So leave up a like if you like the episode, subscribe for more, check my Discord and become a member if you would like to support me and see these episodes earlier. Thank you once again, and for Pocket Watch is going out.